Everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and today's gonna be another chat video. I'm sorry for so many of these and so little guys lately, but I just want to talk a lot. And there's a lot to talk about and a lot of questions y'all are asking me. So let's just get into the first one. We're gonna talk about Bellona today. We're gonna talk about ML 5-star selectors, and we're gonna talk about what to do with your currency right now. So first off is Bellona. She's insanely amazing. If you haven't seen her skills, what are you doing with your life? Just go do it. The coolest part of her ability to me, or not her ability, her aesthetics, I guess is the word, is when she flips up her fan at the end of her ability. So cool. She does it with her original, but she does it way louder on this version. I just love it to death. Not only that, but her skill 3 is just perfecto. She was already, in my opinion, one of the best designed characters in the game, just from a personality, from a aesthetics, from a design, from everything like that, from story too. So this is just insane, and I love this. And a lot of people are a little upset that it's a new character, but I'm happy they kind of went a little bit of both, both with costumes and with new characters. So that is good for me. So let's talk about her kit first off. She has a Watch Out ability, which has a target on her first skill. I really like targets. I really wish we had targets. I'm trying to think of if there are any targets that aren't rangers, because a lot of rangers' favorite artifact to use is Song of Stars. So I wish we could get a non-ranger with this, but in any case, it is a fantastic target to have because, you know, 75% chance once it's Mola Gourd is a pretty good chance to proc your target. It's not defense down or anything like that, but oftentimes you have somebody else doing that. So I'm really happy having that on her skill 1. Really cool to have it almost always up. And you also open up to something else if you want to use Rosa Hagarna or any other 50,000 ranger artifact you have, whatever one you want. Her skill 3 has 100% chance when it's Mola Gourd to make them unable to be buffed and to also make them unhealable for 2 turns. And as far as I understand, it's very rare to get unhealable on water units. I'm trying to think how many unhealables are on ice units. I can think of Sez. I'm sure you guys are going to be like, there's like 50 of them, Mango, but I can't personally think of any that are popular to use. So that's really cool to have that on here. The other really cool part is this has 3 flip and focus on it. 3 focus, 3 souls. That is monstrous. It's on a 4-turn cooldown as well. And then her I'm with friends. And this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but that's okay. So basically, whenever she takes damage, she shares 30% of it with the foremost unit. And also, whenever an ally gets attacked, she gets 1 focus every time. And if she's up to 5 focus after that attack, she will use an ability called You're Not Cute, which is just the most cute thing ever for an ability name. Which attacks all enemies with a fan with a 50% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. The one thing I want to say is 50% chance is not a good chance. You could say it's almost like half the time you get a defense break. And that's not really high, so you're not going to be relying on this as your sole defense down if you need the defense down, but it's going to be extra defense downs, and it's just going to be kind of consistent damage whenever you need it. I'm really happy with this, and I'm excited to see how this flows. And if you remember, this is 3 focus and this is 1 focus. So just with a skill 3, a skill 1, and an ally attack, you're going to be proccing I'm with friends right off the bat. Also to note is she is going to get 3 charges of I'm with friends whenever your tank takes a hit from Wyvern. So your tank is going to get hit 3 times, and then she's going to get 1 focus each time your tank is hit, which is just awesome. So she's going to be a Wyvern killer, I feel, assuming she does enough damage, and I think she does. Really happy with this. Not that it really matters, because imprints are hard to get, but she also has health percent imprints for the tank, which will work really well with her skill 2, and also work really well if you're trying to get your tank to survive for Wyvern 11, but that's really not something that's going to come out much. So I love her. She's amazing. I don't know how she camps yet. I don't know if we have that information out, but I wish she camps really well because she's got a really cool set for camping and for raids and stuff like that. So people keep asking me if you should summon for her, and the answer is yes. Abso-flippin'-lutely yes. She's going to be limited, and not only design-wise is she insane, she's also got like a really unique and really cool skill set. So I can't see anything else you should be summoning for over Seaside Bellona unless there's another limited banner immediately after. So absolutely save for Bellona. Get at least one of them. Not at least, get one of them. Don't go for more than one. Kind of dumb to do that, although I might end up doing it. So yeah, if you like Bellona, absolutely go for her. Let's just a little bit about Bellona. I'm really happy with her. Let me know in the comments below what you think, because I'm personally loving her aesthetics. I love that she gets an entirely new skill set. I love that it just perfectly describes her in a skill, you know, like perfectly 100% describes Bellona in her skill set. Like, watch out, I'm with friends and you're not cute, mixed with haven't I warned you. Like, that's just the coolest thing ever. The best part is her skill 3 actually summons a whale, which is just so hilarious. Anyways, that's it for Bellona. Next up, let's talk about ML selectors. So a very popular video that people have been asking me to do is an ML selector, what they should pick from their ML selector. And I've been purposely avoiding it. There is no reason to do one of those yet. I could have done one. I could have got a ton of views for it. I could have, you know, told you who I think you should take from your selector. But I feel disingenuous doing that because it literally, we don't know. We know literal zero right now. All we know really are aesthetics and what classes things are going to be. Like a pretty good example of this is Bale and Cezanne. So Bale and Cezanne right now is absolutely bonkers. Like one of the best, if not the best unit in the game for arena defense. And we're not sure how he's going to get changed. So if I was to tell you, you should take Bale and Cezanne from your selector, I would feel really bad doing it because we have actual zero clue what he's going to turn into. The other thing to remember is while they're balancing these units, they may find that their current skill set just doesn't work and have to redo the entire skill set to make them completely different. Like for example, if they're trying to get this to work without the combat readiness here, like lowering it down to 5% or 10% might not work, so they might have to change that entirely. So this is something I'm really considering when I look at ML selectors, and it's not something I'm comfortable telling people to go for unless they're going for aesthetics. Like me personally, if I could choose a selector, I would choose Silverblade Araminta. I wouldn't even care what anybody else did. I wouldn't care what her abilities done. I would choose her for sure, solid 100% of the time. No questions asked, you know? But until we see what happens, until we see their skills, their ratios, their everything, we have zero clue what to do. So as fun as it is to kind of look at them and guess which one you want to take, it's not actually useful in terms of accurate information, and I just don't want to give out disingenuous information, if that makes sense. So number 3 of the day, we're going to talk about what to do with your currency right now. And the too long didn't watch is save. People keep asking me if they should summon for Sigrid, if they should summon for ML Cecilia, if they should use their gold transmit stones, if they should use their mystic stones. The long and the short of it is there is absolutely zero reason to spend them right now. Hold them as long as you can until we know what's happening, until we get some information, until we see some actual changes and some actual patch notes. There will be a point where they announce the changes, and then we have like a 12-hour period or a 24-hour period to see what's going on, and then we can decide in that small period there whether or not we want to summon before or after the patch. You never know if holding gold transmit stones now is going to be better than using them now. So it's just another thing that's just an unknown, and we can't officially say anything. So this is something I just want to make really clear, is if I haven't made a video for something like this, it's because I don't think there's an answer yet, you know? Like, I don't like giving out false information with like ML5 selectors and stuff like that. We might not even get them, you never know, right? I don't like to try to tell people what to do unless I'm 100% positive that it's at least close to right. And right now, the only real answer is not to spend your currency. Save every last bit of it. Watch for patch days. Watch for Tuesday nights. Make sure you don't sleep for the entire time between the patch notes and the patch, and make your decision as that happens. So super important that you kind of follow those rules, because right now, like, you have no danger of ML Cecilia going. She's going to be here until whatever change we have. So there's really no rush, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about. I hope I covered a lot of the topics that I keep getting PMs about. I hope that helps out. If this helped you out, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, I might try to triple S Bellona. I'm not sure yet. I've got some slates. Basically, what it comes down to is if Araminta is a unit, I want to triple S her, but if she's not, then I'm going to triple S Bellona. That's my plan right now in my head. So all you have to do to join us up for the summons is show up on Wednesday, and there will be ways to get me your information, and we'll do it on stream there and just have a heck of a time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.